Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Desert Lakes Golf Course. I'm Grant Dalps, here to give you the tip of the week. Today we're going to be talking a little bit about calibrating your wedges, getting a better wedge game, okay? It's very important that you have a good wedge game because that's what saves the bad rounds from being bad rounds and makes them okay rounds. That's what makes a good round into a great round. If you can hit your wedges, all good players have a good wedge game. If you can hit your wedges, you're going to be a much better, much more consistent player. Now, first thing I should tell you is that you have to have a good set of wedges. You should have the same brand of wedges, and they should be even lofts between the gaps in those wedges. So, for instance, if your highest lofted wedge is a 56, then you should have a 52 and a 48. Something that keeps it even so that you can get those gaps shortened out and consistent. Now, this is a little method that I learned quite a while ago, and the reason why I think it's so good is because most people don't even know how far they hit each wedge, let alone each club. But if you start with your wedges, it's going to give you an idea how far you hit each club from different positions. Once you learn that, then you can go further and understand how to calibrate when you're in one of those odd distances, those odd places. So the first thing we're going to do is learn to hit the basic first position, which is going to be right here. You're going to take your highest lofted wedge and you're going to set up with the ball pretty much in the center of the stance, and you're going to try to learn to take it back to where your arm is parallel to the ground and the shaft is vertical to the ground. So it's this position. It's called a loaded position. Arm parallel, shaft upright. And you're going to learn to try to hit a wedge from that spot. Now understand, all you're trying to do is calibrate here. You're not trying to hit it to a specific distance. So just hit it out into the middle of the range and see how far it goes. So I'm going to hit 2, 3, 4, half a dozen of those. You're going to do this over a period of time, so it's going to be a lot more than that, but you're just trying to calibrate. You take it back to that spot, and okay, those went about 45 yards. So I hit my 58 degree, which is my highest lofted wedge. I hit it about 45 yards. Now the next shot I'm going to learn to do is learn to take it back to what I think is a 3/4, which is just by my shoulder here. So I'm going to hit a few of those wedges and see how far they go. Okay, that one went about 60 yards. Hit a few more. About 60 again. Now the last one you're going to do is a full wedge. I know that when I take it all the way back, I hit my full wedge about 75 yards. So I've got 45, 60, and 75. A little bit of gap in there, but that's what I hit them when I try to hit it at the half wedge, the 3/4, and the full wedge. Now if you do that and you've got 3 wedges, that's 9 distances that you've got that you don't even have to think about. When you hit it to that distance, you pull out the club, you know what swing to make, and you hit it. The key is that you got to start hitting more greens with your wedges and hitting the ball close with your wedges. Once you start to do that, once you practice this and get the feel of this system, you'll start hitting more greens with the wedges close to where they become scoring clubs instead of clubs that you're afraid of. So go ahead, give that system a try, and I'll bet you that your wedges improve, and that'll improve your scores. Tune in next week. We'll teach you a little bit about reading putts. Thanks for tuning in this week.